Royals. I say Royals. Listen, girl status, I don't care what they talking about, what they doing, or lack thereof on today when it came to this release. But I'm gonna tell you what, whether I am showing you this on the day of or a couple days after, just know my pair is secure. All right, my pair is secure. But before we get into it, listen, as we add things, we also take things away. We got another pair out the door. The women's Aqua 8s, out of here. So, with those out of the way, we added, courtesy of the Spit Eye, the Spit Eye. Told y'all I need these. I already showed these to y'all. I already had them in hand. But this is my pair. It's nothing like my pair, okay? Let's actually take a little seat before I get a little too clumsy with this. Hold on. Okay, y'all. My pair in hand. In hand. And ignore this box. I just needed to boost this up a little bit higher. Alright, so we can get into it. This ain't nothing but a little classic. Matter of fact, 1 second. I got a better idea for my booster box. Okay, it's nothing like a little real-time inspiration. So, got my booster box. Got the modern day box. So, I had this. No, you know what? Let me just, come on, let's go. It don't even matter. It don't even matter. I got him. Oh man, this is my pair. My pair. Yes, indeed. We got our Air Jordan 12 Taxi. My pair. Look at that, man. Let me take the other one out real quick. So, listen. At about 2 hours and a half from release, on release day, I check sneakers. You know, I'm not if it's sold out, I care more about it sort of person. I looked on sneakers app. It was like 2 hours, almost 3 hours after release, and it was basically still a full size run. Some of the bigger sizes were gone, but that's become normal. There was a whole lot left, and even on, I think Foot Locker still had a ton left. I think I saw that Snipes had a bunch left as well in terms of sizes. So if you want a pair, now's the time to strike. I said when I showed y'all the early review of these that I don't know if I said I would be surprised if they move a little bit slower, but I also mentioned that we kind of in a new day and age where it wouldn't be a surprise if they move slower. Like if we come to find that folks aren't necessarily lining up or waiting until the very second of release to grab them. We just kind of in that era of things, and 12s have kind of lost their luster a little bit, just a little bit. A lot of folks, including myself, talked about how I was not necessarily, outside of the classic colorways, I wasn't necessarily looking into 12s that much. And this is one of the ones, y'all, where when these dropped, yes, I was alive, and yes, I was old enough to know what I was seeing. I don't know that I knew that they were Air Jordan 12s though, but I do remember being in school, the kids showed up with this colorway, and I just was staring at feet. Now, hopefully I ain't come off as a creep. There are certain people I know by name, my classmates I know by name that had these. And I just remember them like wearing them with like khaki pants and like plaid shirts and stuff, button downs and stuff like that, and you know, some with windbreaker suits and Like, I just remember this shoe pounding the pavement and how they made me feel. And that was outside of knowing who Michael Jordan was and all of the allure around him and his sneakers at the time, of course. So, man, again, this is less about kind of reviewing the shoe. It's letting y'all know that I did secure my pair, which, again, it wasn't hard to do, which I'm happy about. I definitely appreciate being able to just grab them and bring them home and not really have had to work hard for them. Being able to physically go and get them, like I didn't have to you know, try my luck with Sneakers app or Foot Locker or just an online store that I would have to wait for them to get shipped. And it's not like I'm wearing them right away or anything like that, but being able to just go to the store, man, this is how it's supposed to be. And this is the part that doesn't get talked about enough. Just because we get so caught up in, you know, what's sitting, we get so caught up in, you know, what's hype, or, you know, Jordan brand not doing anything new, or Nike not doing anything new, or other brands being more exciting and all of the things. But we need to be clamoring more for the idea of, no matter the brand, going into a store and being able to get the pair that we want. And yes, there's a little bit of excitement with knowing that you have something exclusive, or a chance to have something exclusive or something limited. I get it, because I felt that with certain pairs, even though I don't buy a lot of limited stuff. But for the ones that I have, I get it. I understand why people will want to keep that going, especially as we start to get our collections and they start to grow quite a bit, and we start to realize, like, we've purchased all of the classics at this point that we've wanted. You might have a few more. I know I have a few more, but generally speaking, especially as it relates to Jordan brand, I feel like I've touched almost every classic that I've ever, like, found that I wanted. You know, at this point, I've touched and or purchased majority of the classics that I've ever admired. And the punchline is this: when that happens, it becomes a what's next sort of thing. For that, I understand why the more limited or exclusive or different twist on an original pair can be a little bit more exciting, because it just gives us a little bit something more to reach for, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So, and everybody has their different reason for why they buy certain things. But anyway, when it comes to this pair right here, this was truly a need, y'all. The reason why I grabbed my other booster box is because, if you noticed, it's a similar box to the one that the taxis came in. It is a similar box to the Nike box from the 90s. This is actually the silhouette that was leading up to Jordan brand becoming its own entity. But because that wasn't official quite yet in terms of the branding, you still had Nike on the box, right? And yeah, if it's showing up clearly, you would see that says Air Jordan 12 in this colorway. Okay, white, black, taxi. So that's confirmation that taxi was a 90s reference for the shoe. And yes, this is it. Now, I have not opened this box in a while. I want y'all to know I needed this pair because of what's in here. So very scared about opening it up, because this is what you see here. Yes, it is a pair of Taxi 12s, and it is a crumbled pair of Taxi 12s. So I can't actually wear it, and I can't actually, I don't think it's a good idea for me to take it out the box either, but I did want to show y'all, so let me just do it. So these are crumbled, and I think I also might have, because this is white, it's completely oxidized on the mudguard tab, the Jumpman tab. Completely oxidized. I've rubbed up against it a little bit. When I rub it, it comes off. Hopefully that's not mold. I don't know, but I should probably wash my hands immediately. But anyway, so yeah, this is a very old 90s pair of the Taxi 12s that I have had on deck in my collection. I did try to wear them in recent years, which is why they did crack a little bit, specifically in that mudguard Jumpman tab area. But I just wanted to show y'all this, that I did have them, but I can't wear them, you know what I mean? So they made room for me to grab this pair and be able to have a wear I can actually rock, y'all. Because again, I wasn't in a spot where buying the Taxi 12s in years past made sense. Now, I did think about reaching back. I know that that's a thing for us now. It's like, well, if you don't have it on release day, you can always reach back. But when I was able to reach back comfortably, I feel like a comfortable reach back was around when the Last Dance came up. Or actually, I was pushing it off. And then I made a mistake and pushed off for too long. The Last Dance dropped. And when the Last Dance came out, pretty much all the retros just skyrocketed. If you were there, you remember when the Last Dance came out, all of the retros that had released, prices, the resale prices just to the moon, to the moon, to the moon. So by then, these or Chicago ones, which I still need, it was just couldn't do it. So or wasn't gonna do it. Let's be clear, wasn't gonna do it. All right. So we do have them. I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick. Hold on. I'm a little self-conscious about if that's pure oxidation or if it's mold. I'm about to wash my hands. Hold on. But yeah, man, y'all let me know in the comment section if y'all have y'all pair or if y'all even were going after them. I know some of y'all said y'all was gonna go straight to the Black Cat 4s. Y'all were going to skip on these. Y'all also didn't tell me. I don't remember if anybody said they were getting Shadow 10s. I feel like if people like letting these pass, Shadow 10s is definitely gonna pass. Like I don't see the Shadow 10s trumping Taxi 12s, but y'all let me know if I'm right or wrong. But anyway, let's just see how these feel, cause your girl ain't put a Taxi 12 on feet in many moons, okay? It'll be nice to put a pair that I know for sure is fresh off the assembly line and will not crumble up under me, okay? So let's do it. Right tied up and the left loose. 9 times out of 10 I am probably going to be wearing them. I don't know, I guess it just depends. I guess it depends on the mood. Because I have a tapered jean on at the moment, the tied up pair feels like it looks better to me at this moment. But then when I turn, because the pants leg actually comes over the tongue some, that loose one looks a little nice too. Thing about 12s is if you can get like this perfect sort of taper down here with whatever pants you're wearing, like at the top of the Jordan 12, enough to just kind of cover that very top layer of it, it's golden. It's golden, whether you wear it tied up or loose. It's just that kind of shoe, honestly. But anyway, 12s are for the most part, to me, one of the more comfortable, old silhouettes, I guess you could call it, original silhouettes, and or active years silhouettes. Let's just call it that. And so I already knew that was going to be something that wasn't going to be an issue in terms of where comfort is concerned. So like I said, this is one of them colorways that just, if I'm gonna have some 12s, this is definitely one of the ones that's, to me, is necessary. I'm gonna walk a little bit in these, and I'm happy to have these. I can't lie. I can't lie. I'm hoping that I can find a way to wear them frequently. Winter is coming. We're literally about to have a snowstorm coming up here, so not expecting a winter wear, but just on my, when I can wear them type of weather. Definitely want to do that often. I'm overdue with this pair, but that's ignorant of me to even think that that's going to happen, because I got a lot of shoes I say that about. So, but anyway, taxi 12s. Y'all seen a lot of 12s in y'all lifetime. So we don't have to belabor this, but just know they feel good. The leather to me is good. Nice and cushy, if you ask me. So it's gonna be some good creasing. The good type of creasing will happen with this shoe. So yeah, man, taxi 12s, love them. All right, for those wondering what pairs we still have in the stash in terms of what we getting rid of, ignore everything on the sides, okay? It's all about this good middle right here. So some of you might remember the more recent stuff I said I was getting rid of. So we got the black yin yang. That one is ready for someone to take its lovely hand. If you want to grab them, let me know. They are very much worn, but they are still very much intact. You do not have a insole graphic for obvious reasons. Very, very worn. Okay, so size 8. Got another one here, white yin yang. White yin yang. This one worn a lot less. Insole graphic intact, but again worn a lot less. Oh, insole graphic slightly with a slight fade to it, but mostly intact rather. Some lovely buttery leather on that thing. Another size 8. You know the box. Okay, got the Georgetown answers. Georgetown answers. You can see the blue. When it's far away, it looks black, so just want to let y'all know that that's that good blue. Another size 8 for the answer. Worn them maybe 3 times max. And so immaculate. Getting down to the last 2 here. Air Force One. This is a special field Air Force One. This was an error. I do still have a pair, but this pair I'm letting go. Midnight Navy gun bottom. An amazing pair, but I just don't need them. I would rather have a boot of some sort to give me what I was getting from this pair. So it's another size 8. Nike box. Air Max 98 Wild Wild West with the laces. Never used these extra laces, but here's a closer look at the shoe itself. I only wore the shoe once. Get a good angle in the insole so you can see that it is intact. Air bubble oxidized, but I'm sure whoever will finally get them, they will be able to, doctor them up a little bit, or find somebody that can doctor them up and clear that bubble up a little bit. So that gun bottom is so dope. And so that's what we have left. So I'm trying to let these dwindle down before I pull out some more. So just letting y'all know what was left, because I kept saying I was gonna show y'all. All right, y'all, so number 1 priority secured. Couldn't be more happy. Again, y'all let me know if you got your pair. You don't care to get a pair, you just gonna wait, because you can. By the looks of it, you can wait. So and that's okay. We should be able to kind of go at our own pace and walk in the store and grab a pair. So So if y'all remember the Lego collections that I showed y'all that I had purchased, one of them got complete. Yes, the Sega Genesis pair got complete. It took me, I feel like it took me maybe altogether, maybe like 3 hours, 4 hours max. But it was so fun to build. I didn't do it all in one day. I did it in the course of 2 days. I took a couple hours between 2 days that I had, you know, free time. And in fact, I was on vacation for my birthday. Let's just call it what it was. I was on staycation. So you can see it in the background there. But yeah, so I got that done, and I was able to do it in pretty good time. So I got to get the Game Boy one done when it's complete. I got to figure out how I would set it up, but I love that they had a little stand where I can actually display it after I build it. So with the Nintendo Game Boy, I might put it right next to it or figure out some way to structure it to where it sits in the right spots. But anyway, be on the lookout for that. And yeah, at this point, the vlog is up. The vlog is over. The vlog has probably reached its point where we would call it long. So I got what I need. I love what I got, and I'm gonna get on up out of here. Make sure you like, subscribe, and thank you for hitting up your girl one more again. It's been another one from your girl Q the Queen, and until next time, peace.